Hi and welcome to Iceland. My name is Óskar Finnsson.
And my name is Maria Hjaltadóttir. As you can see, the landscape here in Iceland is very powerful. And the population are 280,000.
We have here snowing, we have the sun, we have everything on the same minute in Iceland. Iceland is like she said, powerful country.
And the main industry are fishing. Everybody knows, I think, Icelandic fish. And I'm going to show you later when I help my grandfather to fishing.
And also later in the show we are going to show you our lifestyle in Iceland, what we do in the fun time, in the spare time. Yeah, we're going to show our lifestyle. We are here in Iceland in a very interesting place because on this side we have what we can call United States, and on this side we have Europe. If you just think about our Earth, how it's look, everybody know that the two plat that the Earth is here go from what you say, can Australia, and it's go all around up, and here we have the Iceland, and this is the place that they go together, and that is exactly this where we are standing. The plates fall together from Australia all the way up the Earth. So this is a very interesting place where we are standing exactly now. Yes, we are on the moon. This is the Blue Lagoon in Iceland. Blue Lagoon is a special one. It's the warm coming from the ground. We use it to heat our houses in Iceland, or of course we use it to bathe in. And we have a very special mud who's coming with it. Something that we put on our body and it cleans very well. This is totally strange. The moon is like this. This is just one of the places that we have in Iceland that was very special. When we have a weekend off, we can go to the Blue Lagoon, we are going on the horses, we are fishing, we are driving on the glacier. Iceland is just pure nature country. You can do so many things there. And I want to go a little bit over there. It's more warm there.
And this place here is very special in my heart because I grew here. My grandfather was a really fisherman and owned a small boat. And when I was young, I was just with the sea, in the sea, not in the sea, with the sea, and waiting after him to help him when he came on the boat. And I help him, you know. You can see this one here, and I help him to, I have to show you, come with me, to throw the boat in. The boat, it was very heavy, and my grandfather was rather old, so I have to help him to throw the boat in. And after that, I help him to clean the fish up. But as you can see, this is rather old and have now not been used for many years. And Oscar, you also grow in a special place.
I was also born in small places on the east coast of the country, about 1,000 kilometers away from here. It's a small town. It's about 700 to 800 people. everything was about the sea. So I stayed there till I was 16. Then I moved to Reykjavik to study to be a chef. After 3 years, I was about to 19. I went back for a few months because I need more money to study my cook. So I went on a big trawler to be cook on that. And we were sailing from this small place to Grimsby, selling the fish. And I was working with that. When I met Maria in this small town east of the country, she...
In Seyðisfjörður.
Yeah.
I was sale manager for the wool company, and I put the fashion show there, but that was so expensive to have the Icelandic model from Reykjavik. That was so expensive, so I have to look for local people, and Oscar was a model for me in Seyðisfjörður, and there we met.
The lady in the store said to Maria, yeah, the trawler is coming in today, so there's a lot of beautiful guys on the trawler, you can take one of them.
Yeah.
And she picked me up, and I was showing something, and after that everything was rolling. A few months later, we was living together in Reykjavik, and a few years later we got married in the church over there, where our president lived. We got married, 89. We are here now in Þingvellir. This place is very special for me and Maria, because when I moved from my place where I was born in Seyðisfjörður, was living about 1,000 people, to Reykjavik to learn to be a cook. I have finished my cook study, and they were looking for chef in this hotel here. And this is a very special area, because to Þingvellir everybody have to come to Iceland, because this is our parliament was here in the beginning. All king and queens and prime minister, they come to Þingvellir to stay. So I qualified for be as head waiter here in this hotel, and for me this was a huge experience, I think, for the life, because one of the first customers who came was the King of Spain. He came the second or the third day that we opened the restaurant. So that was a huge summer, the first summer for us.
That was what, summer 89?
Yeah.
The summer before we married. We married October 89. This summer, when Oscar was working here as a head, what is that? Chief.
We call it chef de cuisine.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Okay. I was a sales marketing manager at the radio station in Reykjavik. So we lived separate over this summer, and that was very good, because then you totally find we are made for each other.
yeah. And it's strange things happening, because I was here all the summer doing this. Was a huge summer. Then we went to Reykjavik. We were thinking we want to move abroad. We want to stay in Luxembourg. We want to stay in Holland, Belgium. So I went to Luxembourg to find a job as a chef. And they didn't have anything that paid very well, so I come back to Iceland. And then Maria find out that they are opening this new steakhouse in Iceland. So she called me home and said, Oscar, maybe they will hire you. I'm going to check out. So I went for an interview there, and I started to work as just a regular cook in the steakhouse. 3 months later, we brought it, and...
Well, in January 90, when we bought the restaurant together, we worked like a crazy all day long. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Of course, when you buy a restaurant, this is a huge work, and I think we were working from 9 o'clock in the morning to late in the night, because the restaurant closed 1 o'clock in the night. But for the first 3-4 years, we were both working very close together on the restaurant.
So here we are in the restaurant, the Argentina restaurant, which is owned by Oscar, by the way. And the restaurant was built in 98, right? And Oscar was working there from the very start. And just less than a year later, he bought the place. And he's been owning it ever since. And I began to work for them in 91, which says more than many words, because to work in the same place for 12 years, that's really something. It has been great to work for them. We also have 3 rooms where we welcome people. They can sit down and look at the menus, have a drink before dinner and also after dinner. And one of them is a private dining room, which can take up to 20 people. This is definitely one of the most popular restaurants in Reykjavik. And Friday and Saturday nights are fully booked. Oscar is here every day of the week. He's always here Friday and Saturday nights. Because the customers, they really love to see the owner and shake his hand when they arrive, because everybody knows Oscar.
The restaurant business was so success. I have the opportunity to let an old dream come true, and that was to learn to be a hairstylist. I go to the school for 4 years to learn, and I was, I think, very good, because there was a Vella contest here in Iceland, and there was about 70 hairstylists who was taking a part, and I was #1. So, yeah, that was very good. And I think when I starting to work on a hair salon, I was very popular and I have a lot of customers. So that was not the problem. But in January '97, when I met the Herbalife opportunity,
and everything changed. I remember that happened yesterday. This was a Wednesday evening, late in January, 6 years ago, that we got a phone call from our friends who was then living in Los Angeles. The name is Margaret Raven and John Otter. Margaret was working with Maria in the radio station, and she told me from this unbelievable opportunity with this company called Herbalife, and I didn't know nothing about Herbalife. So I said to her, I don't know what you're talking about, and she called me 2 hours later and said, Oscar, I have to send you a lot of faxes. You have to take a look at it right now. And I gave her off my fax number in the office down to the restaurant, and said, okay, fax it over there. And then she called, I think 2 hours after that. I said, how do you like it? You know, have you read over the paper? And I said, no, of course not. You know, the fax is down to the office. I'm just home. Maria went out. So she said to me, Oscar, you have to take a look at it right now. You have to find a way. You have to call a taxi. You have to do something to read this fax. And I called a taxi and sent it to my restaurant, and the taxi came with this Herbalife faxes. What is Herbalife? What is the product?
It was something 1 kilometer long fax.
Yeah.
It was from the old, stuff.
Because when I was the head waiter in the restaurant, he called me and he said, this fax machine is not stopping. It's coming more and more paper. How long is it gonna be? I said, just wait, take it together and send it in taxi right away. And then our friend Margaret called us a day after and said, what do you think about this? Then we had the problem. At that time, we didn't speak English, or we couldn't read it. So we don't want to say that to our sponsor. So I just told her that we didn't like this opportunity. This was was nothing for us, I thought. I was very busy. We were at that time running 2 restaurants. We were doing a lot of things. Maria had finished a hairdresser. And yeah, we were just growing and everything was doing well. But our friend called us the day after that. That was a Friday on the 31st of January 1997. She called and said, Oscar, are you sure? And something clicked in my head and I said, maybe I shall let somebody who read English go over the paper for me so I can answer very straight. So I called my friend, who I know can read English. I said, can you come to the restaurant tonight? You have to read over a few papers for me. And he said, yeah, no problem. He came to the restaurant about 8 o'clock, and he was reading it over. And he said, this is interesting. This is something. People is making money. This product is, I think, perfect. People is losing weight like crazy on it. I think maybe you shall take a look at it. And I said, yeah, why don't we do it together? And we said, yeah, this is interesting. Then my sponsor said the magic word. She said, you have to come to LA on a training, and the training is after 8 days. You have to be there, and then you can pick up your product. For me and my friend, this was unbelievable. We said, we guys are going to go together to Los Angeles. We are going to do this business no matter what, if we can go there.
I can say that I was a little bit confused about this LA trip. I was not, confirmed about this opportunity, but there was something inside. I think, okay, why not? So Oscar goes to LA on a Herbalife opportunity meeting, and I was here home in January '97. There was about, what was this, 10 degrees? No, 10 minus. That was so cold, I remember that. And Oscar was calling me from LA when he was living, all this story and everything. And he was so exciting. And I was so cold here in Iceland, so I was thinking, I said to him, come home now. That's enough. Come now home.
Yes, she was, of course it's a huge difference, traveling to LA in the warm and sun, and everybody's happy and smiling, losing weight and doing good business. And I was trying to translate that over to her in Iceland, have the kids, at home, and it was cold and it was snowing, and so that was strange. Yeah, call that we had when I was in LA and she was here in Iceland. But everything went very well, and I think it's your turn to go over what was the next happening.
Yeah, that was also never my plan to sell a powder or tablets. But just as I told you before, I was doing very well as the hairdresser in the hairdresser job. But in May '97, after 4 months after we met the Herbalife opportunity, suddenly I have so much Herbalife customer, at the income, our profit for the Herbalife sale would have doubled my salary in the hair salon. So standing in the hair salon from 9 to 6 all the day, it was rather difficult. So I quit in May '97 and just think, okay, maybe this is opportunity for a few weeks or something. I can always start to do the hairstylist again, but I have never started now, and I think I will not start again.
I was 29 when I started Herbalife. Before that time, from 15 to 29, I've been working in the restaurant business. Food is my life, everything about food, eating and prepare it is my life. So when I came across Herbalife with my extra 10 kilos, I thought, this is unbelievable. I can eat as much food I want in the evening and just take Herbalife at daytime. For me, this was perfect solution of the life. And I saw many of my friends and colleagues, they need the same thing. Because for me, is I don't want to eat. I want to eat because of the passion. I don't like to eat one dish. I always need 2 or 3 or starter or the dessert. That's just my life. In the beginning, our sponsor was living abroad. She helped us with the first step, and everything was going crazy. But when the year passed, I had been putting it together with my restaurant business. And my day schedule sounds something like that I'm saying now is, I started Herbalife about 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:15 I start to do Herbalife. I'm doing Herbalife to 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the afternoon. Then I go to the restaurant. I stay in the restaurant from 2 o'clock to 5, 6, go over the things that I need to go over there. Then I go home, cook the dinner for my family, and I always cook. Then I'm sure I'm having that for dinner that I want to have. So after the dinner, when the children has gone to sleep, about 9 o'clock, maybe I take about 1 hour extra, 2 hours extra in Herbalife to do the call and the meeting and everything that have been done in the evening. In a small country like Iceland, where we have just 280,000 people, the rumor went very quick and fast about the Herbalife. People were losing weight like crazy. And when we started, we started to sell the product. I lost my 10 kilo. My mom started to losing weight on the product. and everything was going. So we had a huge start here in the beginning with the customer, and of course the business opportunity was following thereafter. Because when you have, when we are not in that, a small country, the rumor is going very fast about this huge opportunity.
Yeah, that's right. We can say Oscar's mother was our first customer. She lost 70 kilos. And of course we were very exciting. I lost 10 kilos and Oscar also 10 kilos. And of course we saw right away the product is good and it's work. And then it's of course the opportunity. It came after.
People are sometimes wondering, how can you build up to a president team in a country like Iceland, and how can you have 2 president team members, how can you have the millionaires team member and the get team member? The best thing, and I'm sure that is the straightest answer, is that the product results is so strong in Iceland that people will always go on with the business opportunity. And I think maybe that was about, year 2099, something like that, that this was very clear in the mind of the Icelandic people that Herbalife was one of the best things to lose weight. If you have to lose 10, 15, 20 kilos, you can go swimming, running, skiing, do something, exercise, and you can, or take Herbalife. Herbalife is one of the real things that people can do to lose weight and feel great. And of course, when that is, the business opportunity falls very well. One thing I want to mention more is, because we are living in an island, and because we are that few like we are, people dream to have business abroad. They dream to build up in another country. And I remember...
And travel, don't forget the dream to travel. Get the chance to travel.
Yeah, people want to travel, and that was one of the reasons that we went very fast, that people was going into the market near us. They were going to Norway, Denmark, Sweden, UK, and the best of it, when Thailand opened, that was many Icelandic people went there and did a huge good business. And I think because Icelandic people are thinking very globally. We work locally, but we think globally because of our size on the country.
The local tools we have been using here in Iceland are HOM meeting every week until we receive the president team, and of course the SDS school every month. That is very important in Iceland, so there's no problem, because as Oscar told, this is not so big country, and that is very important and physically meet each other and share the stories and everything. And I remember also the first month, Oscar was using a lot of man-to-man, just a small meeting with one couple, we meet one couple and everything. That was the main thing. I think we were so exciting about all these results and everything, and our royalty income, and it doesn't matter what we say, people, feel that was something happening. So I think mostly maybe we was not very exciting to have the what is called the pin, the big pin on because we thought it's not very smart, a little bit silly. So we just use talk in the first, but now we use the pin.
And globally, we worked like crazy. We said to everybody, how do you know abroad? How do you know? It was in school, work, your uncle. We talked like that. It was a huge mission, and everybody start to call everybody, and we do that still. And with the computer technology that we have today, of course, it's much more simpler to do and much easier to hold everything together with the computer system that we have today. But in the beginning, that was man on man, and I'm sure if we sit down and calculate our royalty income last 6 years, big piece of it have we done from this kitchen table. Yeah. Most of our distributors that we sign up first line is from the kitchen table that we are sitting now. So the kitchen table is the biggest part, I think, in our business now.
I have a very beautiful office downstairs, and I am using that. I am working from 10 in the morning to 2, 3 o'clock today. And I love to work with a customer, and I feel it in my heart that is something I want to do. Of course, it's okay to have the royalty and everything, but the customer, I love them. So I have a lot of customers who is coming here weekly in my office, and I weight them and measure them. I am using a little bit of this long-term customer program. I think that is a very good program because the customer are very confirmed to have a result. And also, of course, for a new distributor, and every distributor in our lines, they are always welcome to my office. Sometimes I have a new distributor with me when when I am measuring and weighting the customer. So the new distributors are learning, because that is our main thing, to teach the new distributor everything we can.
Of course, we have been working in Herbalife like crazy last 6 years, from morning to the evening, every day. But of course, the benefit for it is unbelievable. It's humongous benefit.
We built our dream house here in Iceland, and we never thought when we started we couldn't do that. What was that, 3 years after we started this opportunity?
Of course, we can talk a lot about all this benefit that Herbalife have given us last 6 years, with this hard work that we have put into that. But to move into your dream house in the same month that we qualified as a presidency member, to be in Hawaii in January when everything is snowing and freezing in Iceland. We were staying in Hawaii for an unbelievable trip. Of course, these pictures from Hawaii is for us the dream come true picture. There we have our sponsor from LA, Margaret Raven and John Otter, who introduced us to our company. And also we have our best friends for many years and the people that went into Herbalife on the same minute that we did. And they follow us all the way, and that is Iris and Guðmundur from Iceland. So this picture, of course, is going very close to our heart. You can imagine in the last 6 years on how many restaurants I have been eating all around the world and how good they are. You will not believe it, and I could sit all day long and count it for you, but we don't have time for that.
And also we have 2 new cars, especially cars for Germany, and that is very special. And and the friendship, wow. This is the Herbalife. Okay, it's very nice to have the money and everything, okay. But the people we have met and the special friendship, oh, yeah. Sometime when we go to the event, I met our friend from the Scandinavia and everywhere. This is just like I am meeting my sisters or something. That is totally unbelievable.
The Herbalife, the president team in Herbalife, they are very strong together, and like Maria saying, this is unbelievable how many people around the world have affected our lives and helped us to change our lives to the better and just to be a better person with every day. Maria was mentioning the house that you have seen in this lifestyle, you've seen everything. We have our special meeting room there. We can take over 20 people there, We can now control our time. We can go with children every day to swimming pool. And I think, of course, I agree with Maria when she said the friendship with the people all around the world is special, and that is something we keep very near our heart.
We have in our living room very special paint, who is special for us. See, when we look at this paint, she always reminds us of our special friendship in Herbalife.
Herbalife have, of course, given us this humongous opportunity to travel all around the world. Before Herbalife, we went with the children on a one vacation to some sunshine places in the summertime, and maybe we went 1 or 2 times in a year abroad for a weekend together. But with Herbalife, we almost traveling, almost
every second month. And we have been in the places we have never dreamed on. Just like Hawaii.
Yeah, we
And
have been
this dream places in Greek. when
all
they went
around
to-
the United
Wow.
States, south of Europe, Asia, Caribbean, Hawaii, all around the world. And that is one of the beauty of Herbalife, is they try to take you and show you places that you're not
Usually go there.
yeah,
no?
you don't, people usually don't go there because too expensive, too far away, too something. But Herbalife take you one step further. And of course, okay, I know we travel a lot and we like that, but this opportunity have give us a special way to work around and with our children. Because when we were running the restaurant before that, and Maria was doing the hairdresser thing, somebody else was controlling our time. We were committed to somebody else. Now we just have the time exactly like we want to have it day from day. So we can spend a lot of time or less time with the children, and that is one of the big benefits in Herbalife. This is one of the moments that we try to have as often that we can, to go the whole family to the restaurant, have a nice dinner. We go alone or with our friends and have just good dinner together. So, and now tonight, Guffi, the oldest member of the family, oldest child in the family, is with us, but he is very busy working and playing football, so he's not so often with us, but he's tonight. And yeah, this is, the night here in Argentina is very good for the family. We come and relax and enjoy it with friends or alone.
Okay. You have seen our lifestyle, and we can say that Herbalife is dream come true company. I'm sure about that. And the future for us, me and Oscar, is very bright. Our goal in the future are to build up a home in England, just to learn the English and of course to do the business there. And also in South Europe, maybe especially in Italian, because we have been a little bit Italian fan.
And I think also if you have taken a look at this and you will see this lifestyle was, we are living in Iceland, so we need home in the south. We need to have another home in Italy for our life. I am agreed with Maria that in the next few years, we are going to have our home in UK. I'm sure about it. We have seen the technology, the product that Herbalife have. This company have everything, and we know it's going to double and triple in the next year, so we are just going with it. Our dreams is, we have to update them almost every year because they come through with this company. This is unbelievable. And I'm sure for everybody who's watching this thing, you can do it also.